I don't believe that you actually care about like trans rights and people being able to access the care that they need, or trans children dying because they can't get that care. You know, that's really sad. It happens all the time. And these are real problems that we need to address for the trans community. But no, let's go attack the non-binary person on TikTok. That seems like a good use of my time. I'm Buck Angel. So there's this fella known as Buck Angel. They call him Buck Angel. He is I don't know if he's still a porn artist. Not a porn artist, a porn actor. But I know that he was at one point, and he is also a trans man. And he is a bit of a grifter. He does a lot of anti-trans propaganda, and I was asked to cover him in a video, so that's what we're doing now. If you would like to ask me about people to cover or any specific videos you'd like me to cover, go to the Discord channel, go to the Discord server and find the Juicebox channel and leave your suggestions there. You can find the Discord server in the QR code that Dubsy likes to leave on the screen, or you can find it in the link in the description below. Anyway, the video that we'll be going over today is, drumroll please, your least favorite trans autistic couple, the ultimate TikTok trans insanity. That's right, folks, another TikTok compilation. They love doing these TikTok compilation videos. It's one of their favorite things because TikTok bad, and which I personally don't even like TikTok, but this whole like TikTok bad thing and people on TikTok bad, trans person on TikTok bad specifically, is just ridiculous. We can't see the camera box. Am I visible? I was scrolled down. Oh, come on. All right, start the video.
What up? It's Jack Squared, your least favorite trans autistic couple.
Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel.
Hi,
and today we're going to do a hilarious one on this autistic trans couple that I found on TikTok. These people are completely insane. They're totally doing it to make...
Why the air quotes? I mean, if they're diagnosed autistic and both of them are trans, then yeah, or at least one of them, right?
Money, and they're totally acting like they're trans, and they're totally telling everybody else how to be trans. It's completely insane and disgusting, and I'm tired of it. And again, Trampaw's gonna call these people out because I've decided I'm a gatekeeper. So with that, thanks again for liking, subscribing, commenting.
Maybe don't be though.
All the things you're doing to help this channel grow. I totally appreciate you all. So let's just get into this because I found some. I mean, let's just laugh because it's just insane. So let's start with this first one because it's going to set the tone of these two, okay? They need to set the tone. And I'm sure right off the bat, you're going to see what I'm talking about. So let's start with this one.
What up? It's Jack Squared, your least favorite trans autistic couple. In the last video, I said I was Jax 1 and they were Jax A. But a bunch of you wondered, well, how can you have the same names? First of all, we both have J dead names.
Okay, so I'm just setting the tone with...
Well, I mean, you can have couples with the name that's the same. That's like Dave Rubin's, partner, who was also Dave Rubin. So, it can happen.
That I'm not going to go on because this dude loves to talk. He's just a talker. So I want to set the tone because they always start their videos with, hey, it's Jax, whatever, your least favorite autistic trans couple or trans autistic couple. That's how they start all their videos. Your least favorite autistic trans couple. What? So that sets the tone right there.
It's clearly tongue-in-cheek.
They're identifying as autistic and trans right out the gate. Okay. Whatever. So now I want to go into this next one here. This is really important. So remember, trans autistic couple.
Pay attention. This is important.
Now I found this one.
Today's word of the day is true scum, which in my opinion is a psyop to cause more infighting within the trans community.
I'm just saying no one in the world would clock y'all as anything but a straight cis couple. Meanwhile, dolls get attacked and then called true scum when we acknowledge the difference. I mean, what the fuck is this? This is oppression Olympics. The whole point is inclusivity, okay? Just because you're less oppressed as a trans person because you pass better doesn't make you any less trans. That's stupid.
If you don't know what true scum is, it's pretty much the same thing as trans medicalism, where people believe you're only trans if you have gone through medical transition. Pretty much every other trans person who might not have access to said procedures or medical intervention or even health insurance.
Agreed.
What we're not going to do is litmus test
Yeah,
people
we are.
within our
They're
own
kinda cooking.
communities to prove to you the harbinger
Why
of
would we do that?
transness that we are also trans as well. We're not applying for
Why would you litmus test it? Who gives a fuck? Yeah, let him be trans. It's fine.
disability here.
That's fine.
There's not certain criteria you have to meet to be trans.
Wow.
Even
Just
if
wow.
you go, hey, I think I might be trans. Hey, you're trans. And if you,
Yeah, why
as a
not?
trans person, says, hey, no, you have to actually medically transition or even have dysphoria to be trans, you're doing it wrong. Now, if you're coming
I
at
agree.
me for my passing
I
privilege,
unironically
and
agree with
privilege
this
that is
person.
innately available to me as I'm passing, that's a whole different concept, honey, doll, baby girl. Don't give the patriarchy what it wants to try.
I'll be honest, I find them a little bit grating. Like, I don't like this whole honey doll baby girl talk thing. I don't dig that, but, you know, it is what it is. I still agree with them largely.
To make yourself feel better. You know, we've all seen women try to put other women down to make themselves better off in the
Okay,
eyes of
this guy is so insane. Everything he's saying is insane,
envy.
actually. Number one, he's a biological male, calling himself trans. And then where's the passing privilege, dude? You're a biological male, acting like you're trans and on.
Okay, but, like, maybe they are. If they're a non-binary, then, yeah, technically they qualify as trans, and who cares? Who cares? Who cares? Like, I don't understand the problem. One's in the chat if you don't care. Two's in the chat if you do care. Give me some ones in the chat. I personally don't care. If you want to call yourself trans, even though you can technically pass it, which, by the way, like, the need to pass as a cis man, right, when you're actually non-binary, that's the same thing as, like, needing to pass as, like, a straight person when you're actually gay. It's the same concept, okay? And being forced into that position is a form of genocide. Like, that is, I mean, I'm not saying that entirely encompasses what a genocide is. That'd be silly, but that is one part of it. Being forced into a position where you have to hide your identity.
Autistic. And yes, number one, let me just remind all of you out there, after this whole Josh Cedar fiasco, this is why we have it, because of people like this person right here.
What's so funny is they're like, oh my God, you're only saying you're trans for attention. And here you are providing them that attention. If it's really, like, about an attention thing, stop giving them attention.
Pretending they're trans.
I'm
okay?
not.
And saying anyone can be
I would have
trans.
never heard of this person.
Josh totally proved
Anybody
that these
can be
people right
trans.
here are the ones who are creating the huge problem within this community. This dude saying anyone can be
What
trans.
problem?
You know, I'm considered true scum because, and well, if you don't think that's an insult, dude, okay, I have 32 years of experience in this situation of.
But, like, you are, right? Like, a trans person. I'm not trans. I don't, you know, it's not my place, I guess. But, like, if a trans person, most trans people who encounter you, yes, they would use that term for you. True scum. It's being a trans medicalist. Yeah, just own it. You are.
Transition. So no, everything you're saying is completely false. It's actually transphobic to call a person like me that name. Secondly, you do need a diagnosis of dysphoria to be trans, okay?
A trans person, no, you are the transphobic person, Buck Angel. Like, you can be a trans person who is transphobic, just like Buck Angel or Blair White or the annoying T-slur, whatever his name is. Like, these people are transphobic trans people. Okay, and it is not transphobic to point that out.
And why would you want to be trans? You don't want to be trans. You are trans because you have gender dysphoria. So
not necessarily, like, being trans isn't always that bad, you know? Like, what if you want to be a woman who also has a dick, you know? I'm sure there's some cis women like that, but there are plenty of trans women like that, like, who are like, oh my God, thank God I was born with a dick. Otherwise I'd be, like, dysphoric about that, you know? It's not, like, I'm not saying that, like, that's always the case or is even most of the time the case. But yeah, there are people, like, I don't know. It's just like, yeah, you can be trans if you want to. What I just say makes sense. I feel like I'm losing it a little bit. How is anyone ever supposed to know if they have gender dysphoria if they never question? I've seen one cis woman who wanted bottom surgery, so it's possible. Well, yeah, there you go. You're getting into dangerous territory. How? Wait, how? I need to know. I'm not trying to be, like, hateful or anything, but, like, if you're a trans woman and you're happy that you were born with a dick, then that's fine. There's nothing. This is why I'm a gender abolitionist. There's just, like, nothing. Gender's a fuck. It doesn't matter. What I say is I would have to buy toys because I'm a top, not that I would be dysphoric. Okay, fair enough. Potential fetishization. I'm not fetishizing. Come on. Have I even indicated at all that I am fetishizing anything? Come on now. I want to address these concerns as we go, but I'm just saying. He's just saying some people fall outside of the perceived gender roles. That's all I'm saying.
So that's this dude stepping into my place here as a transsexual and telling me that what I'm doing is wrong and that anyone can be trans and I have passing privilege and blah, blah, blah. You just watch all the words this guy uses. He's such a grifter. He's such a grifter and a scammer.
That's projection.
It's crazy. So then I found...
Nothing they said was wrong. Nothing they said was wrong at all.
This one actually creeped me out. So I want to also set the tone for you of what a creep this dude is. He gives me bad vibes. So check this out.
What up? It's Jack Squared, your least favorite trans autistic couple. A bunch of you have wondered why my partner doesn't communicate in our videos, and they have a few select words for you. Would you like to hear? Dictated but not read. Now y'all bear with me, I'm dyslexic as
Dyslexic.
A lot of
Oh, God forbid. Okay? A lot of people are dyslexic.
you, that's you, are acting like my partner, hey, that's me, is speaking for me when it's quite literally the opposite.
What was the other one? Dyslexic.
I have always wanted to make content like this, showing my perspective and advocating for others who are like me.
So now he's...
But I lack the words for it, literally. So my partner, speaking for me, is empowering to me, not oppressive. I feel...
So creepy, and...
sorry, I have to listen to that
showing
one more
my
time.
perspective and advocating
I
for
like the
others
words
who
for
are
it,
like
okay.
me.
So now he's...
But I lack the words for it, literally. So my partner, speaking for me, is empowering to me, not oppressive. I feel...
So
I think that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with what just happened there. Like, one person was like, yeah, I'd rather not do the speaking. Can you do the speaking? Like, put this in a way that is easier for you to speak about, like put this into better words. And then if you review it as the person who's not speaking and you're like, yes, I sign off on this, there's literally nothing wrong with that. I don't understand the problem here.
creepy, in every single one of the videos.
How's it creepy?
She doesn't say a word. Nothing. Zero. And she looks
So what?
like, I'm going to say something weird is going on that she doesn't speak. He looks like that kind of dude that's dominating her on some level and telling her not to speak.
You're accusing that person of being an abuser. You understand that that is, like, pretty serious allegations, right? Like, you're just saying that that person is abusing their partner. That's pretty fucked up. That's pretty fucked up. Like, come on. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah, he's playing this whole game here, okay? Because he's such a narcissist that he doesn't want her to speak. So he speaks for her.
They're literally sitting next to each other, and the other person is like, yes, I sign off on all of this. Everything he's saying, like, that person isn't saying any of that, right? But that is what is implied here by sitting there accepting what that other person is saying. It is a wild accusation to make. Yeah, the partner is nonverbal or doesn't feel like talking. Like, it doesn't matter. Like, you're just assuming all this shit.
And pretends like she has some disorder.
You have no evidence.
That makes her not want to speak. It's creepy. The whole thing. And look, there he is again. The least favorite autistic trans couple. They look like clowns constantly. His beard is all. He's basically a failed rock star. And somebody had said that in one of my comments on something before.
There's only one clown here.
I'm using that because it's just such a great analogy of this dude right here. He's a failed rock star. So now he starts getting some hate and pushback from people. Check this out.
What is up, everybody? It's Jack Squared. This video is specifically for those of you who think we're faking shit or making up certain symptoms.
They don't even look that crazy. Like, okay, dyed beard, little crazy. But, like, the dyed hair here is what... They look fine. They look fine. They look cute. They're good. They're a great couple. Who cares? This also feels very ableist. Yeah, there's some ableism thrown in there. Like, if you really want to sit here and armchair psychology this, there's nothing about this person's body language that indicates that they're being abused. Nothing at all. Like, they look comfortable. They look secure. They look fine. And yeah, I'd hang out with them too. They look chill. I'm like Buck.
By talking about these difficult subjects, we're offering visibility and representation. Ironic enough, people who also deal with similar things on a daily basis have expressed their displeasure or flat out hate for the way we present ourselves as the faces for some of these subjects. By all means, if you disagree with something or want to express how adamant you are that we shouldn't be the ones talking about it, do so. Because normalizing having uncomfortable conversations that most people get hate for, especially us, is the first step to eliminating that hate.
They're not doing anything wrong. Nothing they've done is like even close in my brain. Like, okay, a little grating. I've mentioned a little grating, okay? But like they're not saying anything wrong. They're not doing anything wrong. Like this is the most non-problem I've ever seen. It's like, who gives a shit? Why are you covering this, Buck Angel? Who cares? Jesus Christ.
This entire conversation is about finding community, and I'm so glad some of
Great.
you have found community in hating us, while we build our own community of positivity and representation
What is this fake
for
laugh?
those
Ew.
who identify with us. You get to hate us all you
It's
want
so
and
forced.
build a community of hate.
That is actually a forced laugh. I'm willing to stand by that. I think that laugh was entirely forced.
That's your prerogative. All
We're
the
talking about
while, we are
fake.
going to build a community of people that are like us. That way, people like us don't.
What is
feel as
wrong with what
alone
they're saying?
as we did before we found each other.
Oh my God, this dude is, he literally.
Oh my God. Like, okay, their content is a little bit irritating, a little bit grating, maybe a little bit fart huffy, right? Like they huff their own farts. I can see that. Okay, I can see how you would find them annoying. But like, nothing they're doing is wrong. And they're building a community of like, what's probably a very, nice group of people who just want to enjoy their content. I think that's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. There's just nothing wrong with this that I can see. Yeah, Buck apparently doesn't like community. That's absolutely a fake laugh.
Studied the community speech. He says everything that all the activists say. He's literally not even speaking for himself. He's using the tropes and the dialogue.
Wow, I can't believe that this person... Wait. Hold on.
This dude saying anyone can be trans. I'm considered true scum.
Wait.
Josh totally proved
Oh,
that
shit,
these
I went way back, sorry.
say. He's literally not even speaking for himself. He's using the tropes and the dialogue that GLAAD or all these organizations give you to say.
Guess what a key component of autism happens to be? Taking things that you have heard from like other media, perhaps a TV show or a movie, and inserting it into regular conversation because you feel that it is appropriate. That is a common symptom of autism. And you are describing it word for word while simultaneously accusing this person of faking their autism. You are a dipshit, Buck Angel. Truly just a phenomenally stupid person.
He's using all those points and all of those words because he's not thinking for himself, and he doesn't like hate. Okay, so this goes to show you he doesn't like pushback in any way. He's pretending like it's okay to have this dialogue. You don't want to have dialogue, dude, in any way, shape, or form. You're a total grifter. This one is really.
I would bet that person would have dialogue. Yeah. I believe they would do that. But like some people just aren't worth the time. Like why would they give you the time of day? They don't have to do that. They have their fun little community. They were just addressing some of the hatred.
Great.
Hey, real quick, the people who genuinely think we're faking our disabilities are one and the same with people who just
Damn right. Now keep pointing out these weirdos every chance I get. These guys are what's wrong with this planet, thinking this is acceptable. It's gross and weird. I just don't see the problem.
genuinely hate people with disabilities. Hope this helps.
You see that? He doesn't like it when
That's
you push
fine.
back on.
Dyslexia is like a disability. Like you don't have the same ability to read as other people. And it's an invisible disability on top of that. You guys know what an invisible disability is? It's pretty self-explanatory, but it's just, for those who haven't figured it out, I guess. It's a disability that exists that you can't easily see or observe, I should say. Things like IBS or Crohn's or what's the one that cis women get a lot? I can't think of it. It's when you have really bad periods. I can't think of it. But debilitating things that you just don't see that are still themselves disabilities. Like, why can't I think of the word now? Dyslexia or ADHD. Sometimes your ADHD is really bad. Or bipolar. What's the chat below Alec? It is alecgunter.com/live. Exclamation site in the YouTube chat.
On him. That is a complete
Colorblindness.
totally right there. You just proved it. Okay, they can't handle it. They can't handle when people are coming at them and saying you're not trans, you don't have disability.
They handled it pretty well.
All these things that you have, and all of a sudden now you're representing the trans people. You're representing people with disabilities. What is going on with these people? This guy has an actual huge following on TikTok, and
Great.
this is the problem I keep trying to show you.
They seem
These
fine.
people. This is an older man, okay, with some young girl who doesn't say anything. It is the creepiest thing I've.
Wait, they look approximately the same age. There's no major age gap here that not an obvious one. I guess it's possible that that person is a little older, the male presenting person, but Who like it, you can't assume that. They're like basically painting this guy. He's like basically painting this person to be a predator. That's what he's doing. He's like making it out like this person who is just trying to make simple TikToks is like a predator. That's disgusting.
I've ever seen, and pretending like he has disabilities and he's trans and putting young, vulnerable young people into a situation that they can be.
You are not the arbiter of who is trans or who is not, Buck Angel. I don't give a that you are trans. Most trans people disagree with you, so shut the up. Nobody cares.
Trans if they want to be. This guy is. We should keep our eyes on this dude. Seriously, I don't trust this guy for anything. Okay, so watch this.
What is up, everybody? It's Jack Squared here, your most favorite trans autistic couple. Agoraphobia. We both have it to varying degrees, and how do we cope with it?
Now, yes, agoraphobia. Wait, let me write that down. That's the fourth one.
Which one's agoraphobia again? Okay, agoraphobia is a type of anxiety disorder. It involves fearing and avoiding places or situations that might cause panic and feelings of being trapped, helpless, or embarrassed. You may fear an actual or upcoming situation. For example, you may fear using public transportation, being in open or enclosed spaces, standing in line, or being in a crowd. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, I guess it's possible they have that. Yeah. I mean, that's probably on a sliding scale. They could be playing it up for clicks or whatever, but I just don't see anything that they're doing that's wrong. Who cares if they're doing that? They're bringing attention to it, okay?
And hell yes, agora.
You're like so giddy to start writing down the shit that like makes their lives worse. Good job.
Phobia. And I think many of these things you can actually self-ID. He's self-IDing with all of this stuff. It's hilarious. Now there's 4 disabilities that this guy has.
Listen, I'm against self-diagnosis, but like in general, but like if you don't have a choice because the healthcare system in the United States is utterly and completely shot, all right, especially mental health care, yeah, sometimes you're going to self-diagnose and it can help. Okay? I don't get on people's ass for self-diagnosis because our healthcare system just sucks ass. If you can get diagnosed, go do it. But otherwise, like, yeah, I mean, that's all you can do.
It is actually hilarious. Okay, the last one I'm going to bring up here, I'm going to read this. It says, you literally don't
That's it? That we were just commenting on the fact that they have agoraphobia? Okay, like, I guess that's a bad thing that they would say that for some reason.
Trans or be trans at all, you stay completely masculine and then cry straw man and transphobia. Okay, so here's his answer to this.
The only reason I can see getting upset at this person is if they literally go out in public and like get misgendered as a man and then they throw a like an actual aggressive fit. Because obviously this person presents masculine, is going to get he, him, and surd. Okay? And I'm pretty sure that they know that. Buck trying to pedo jacket a random couple who are just chilling on TikTok is nasty work. It really is. It's disgusting. So I can see like getting upset at them for like fully expecting general broad society to properly gender them on the first appearance. Okay? But like, that's it. You know? That's like the worst it gets. And even then it's like explainable. It's understandable that you'd get upset about that. But that's not what this person is doing. They're just like sitting here talking. They're just talking.
Hey, real quick, people like Fedboy here, who is literally a federal agent trying to sow dismay within the trans community while acting like one, can hearken back to mid-2010s, back whenever the height of Facebook was happening, where people would go, as a black man.
Dude, you're so grating. Ew, he's not cute at all. I hate this.
I don't think Obama is actually very good. The trope has links to Reddit and 4chan posts where these tactics of infighting were actually made very popular. And again, where the trope as a black man was made and found great success on other social media profiles during the height of the George Floyd protests. So people would say,
what?
As a black man, I don't think George Floyd should have resisted.
The phenomenon that they're describing is not entirely out there. This could be what's happening. It could not be what's happening, but yeah, I mean, totally, yeah. Anybody can just go online and say, yeah, I'm a trans person. Also, trans people are awful. Like, you can just do that, and people do that. So yeah, it's not like, you know, it's not like that's impossible.
Is this making sense? So here, Fedboy goes, you don't even act trans. You're still masculine as a non-binary person. You have no intentions of transitioning, and you don't have to. You don't have to pass. You don't.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Buck Angel doesn't believe in non-binary people, like my wife. Thanks, Buck Angel.
To have any intention of transitioning or even dysphoria. to be a trans person. Those who
You
claim
don't!
those things that you have to be or that you have to go through those things are
You have to be literally mentally sick in order to be trans? That's disgusting. That's awful. You don't have to be sick in order to be trans. Sometimes you can just be trans and be happy with that. Buck Angel, honestly, I'm sorry. I'm gonna do a little bit of armchair diagnosis here. Buck Angel seems deeply insecure. I think he's insecure. I don't know his life, okay? Maybe that's like, maybe I'm delving a little bit into transphobia by saying that, but it does seem like Buck Angel has, I would say this for anybody, like regardless of whether or not they're trans. Buck Angel seems to have some insecurities about their gender that they have not resolved, that he's not resolved, sorry. I'm getting confused between these two people. Oh, you're trans, are you? Here, answer this 100 question questionnaire if you dare, and, jump through all these hoops first. And then, only then, can you be truly trans. I think it's fine to say someone seems insecure. That's not diagnosing them. It's a little bit of armchair psychology, but yeah. I don't get why you would transition if you don't have dysphoria. Sometimes you just feel like being a girl or a boy or whatever. You don't have to necessarily have dysphoria. You can just prefer one over the other, and that's fine. Yeah, it's a sliding scale.
are what we call true scum. Trans medicalist. That's the word of the day. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
You see what I mean? So there he goes. Again, saying the same things. You don't have to pass. You don't have to be trans to be trans. Do you understand what the word transition means? Do you understand what the word gender dysphoria mean?
There was a day that Buck Angel woke up and was still identifying as a woman or a girl, perhaps. I don't know their life. I don't know his life. But there was a day that Buck Angel woke up as the opposite gender that he now identifies as and says, you know what? I think today is the day that I want to identify as a man or a boy or whatever age it happened, you know? And like there was a time when Buck Angel probably looked feminine. The point I'm trying to get at here is there was a time when Buck Angel probably looked more feminine than he currently does. And during that time, he was still a man, okay? I know he wouldn't argue that, okay? But he was, okay? He was always a guy, you know? Unless he says otherwise, I guess, but like that's the way that I understand it. He did porn both pre and post transition. I'm a bit confused. What is non-binary? It means that you don't identify with either male or female. You just kind of fall somewhere in the middle or not at all. Transition isn't A to B. It's a spectrum of changing into your true identity. I agree. And this is why I'm a gender abolitionist, by the way. All this gatekeeping bullshit is just that. It's bullshit.
You are such a joker, and you are such a grifter and a troll and disgusting.
This is all projection.
You are one of the major problems with this community. And again, Josh Cedar calling you out. There it is, right there. And you are destroying what all of us have built before you even existed, buddy. And everything is a federal.
Dude, it is not the non-binies that are destroying everything that trans people have built. That's not non-binary people doing that. There is another group of people that is far more sinister right now in the United States doing that. They're called the Republicans. Okay, you should be directing this anger at Republicans. At best, that couple is a little annoying. At best, I will accept that. Okay, I can accept that. They're a little annoying. They're a little grating. They're a little whatever. But they're not doing anything wrong. Okay, they're just not. What is this whinging? What is this bullshit that you are giving me, Buck Angel? This is nothing. Okay, I don't believe that you actually care about like trans rights and people being able to access the care that they need, or trans children dying because they can't get that care. You know, that's really sad. It happens all the time. And these are real problems that we need to address for the trans community. But no, let's go attack the non-binary person on TikTok. That seems like a good use of my time. I'm Buck Angel. That seems like a good use of my time and my advocacy is to bash the non-binary person on TikTok, right? Like that's where your head is. That's disgusting. And not even just bash him, by the way. Paint him as a abuser. You did. You painted that person as an abuser. That's disgusting.
Like conspiracy act. You are a paranoid weirdo, okay? A dangerous person to this community. And I'm over
totally.
All of you.
They're
people,
the dangerous
okay?
person.
I'm gatekeeping. You're not trans. You're nothing. You don't have all these disabilities. You're not speaking for the disability people. Now you're speaking for black people? How embarrassing. When white guys do that, it's embarrassing. Sit down, buddy. So with that, thanks so much for liking and subscribing, and I'll see you guys all in the next one.
Ugh. What a rancid individual. I forgot that Buck Angel existed until somebody recommended that I go over one of his videos. Not a great decision. Hey, thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, please be sure to hit the like button, subscribe if you want to see more, hit the notification bell to be notified when I upload. If you enjoy my content, you enjoy what I do, I really appreciate any financial help that I can get. Go to youtube.com/AlecGunterTTV/join. You got some awesome benefits, such as seeing early videos, awesome emotes that you can use in the comments of YouTube videos, and a sweet badge next to your name. So if that sounds interesting to you, I'd really appreciate if you join. It is cheaper than the cost of a blowjob from your mom. So with all that being said, thank you again for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.